shrimp. Much for joining for tasting time. Hi, I'm Katie O'Reilly. Welcome to KDO's Food Carnival. Halloween, once again, part 2, because there are so many tricks to my Halloween treats. I could not fit it in one episode. So here we go. My creativity is exploding, and I can't wait to get you back into the Carnival kitchen for even more exciting, spooky bites. Wait until you see what's coming. Join me in the kitchen. Hi, I'm Katie O. Welcome back to the Carnival Kitchen. And we are here with another episode, part 2, on Halloween tricks for Halloween treats. And this is so incredible because my creative energies have been bursting to show you more and more and more. And here I am. Look at our array. And everything has a little bit of a twist. Now I'm showing you some more fun bites, but also a little bit more of your entrees. So this is going to get a little bit more creative. And of course, I'll always show desserts, so that's good. Good news. What do we have here? It looks like a spider. These are arancini. There are many ways, many debatable ways that people will dispute how to make an arancini, but I'm going to show you my way because I love an arancini that's stuffed full of great ingredients. This way is just an example of how to make them. I love sausage, peas, and cheese, like a nice sharp Asiago. So amazing. So we're going to start with a plain arborio rice. So this is like a risotto with no extra flavoring. Now some people like to make arancini with leftover risotto. So if you have some leftover risotto, don't be shy to use that. That's exactly what it was designed for. However, in this particular recipe, I made my risotto just to show you. So here I've got some plain risotto, which is nice and sticky. As you can see, it's going to get all over my hands, and I love that about it. I'm going to formulate a nice size ball. I'm going to put a little bit in there. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, actually, because I need some more rice space. Don't want to make them too big, but you want to mush them together. See, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. And you're going to carve out a little center. You're going to take a little sausage. Not too aggressive. I love to get aggressive, and then I stop myself because it won't fold. Little cheese and a little pea. And we're going to close that and stuff that right on in there. Once again, making it into our beautiful ball. If it's not directly in the center, no worries. People love to eat it. It's going to all taste great, but what you do want is a nice shaped ball. So that's our beautiful arancini. Your hands will be definitely sticky, so I've got a nice wet cloth to clean mine because I'm about to take you to get dirty again. I'm going to show you how to do an egg wash dip. So how do we crust the arancini? Check this out. We've got our ball. We put it in just regular flour. Just roll it in your flour. Nice and covered. Got that? In just a beaten egg wash. Okay, so nice and blended smooth. Cover it completely. Kind of dunk it and drench it. And then what we want to do is roll it right into our panko breadcrumbs. We are creating quite the arancini ball. Now, I am going to show you that this here is an amazing arancini. Once you put it in the deep fryer, I made mine for camera just a little bit bigger. If you can, make them a little smaller, bite size for your guests. It depends on if you're serving them to the table or you're passing them out. But here we've got ones that have been fried. So those can sit in the fridge. Your guests are about to come over. You throw them in your deep fryer. You set them out on a tray. Last minute, you can always reheat them in the oven. Great tip, okay? Because then you're not working so hard. And that's the best part. Throw that right in there. in that deep fryer in some hot oil. You're gonna get a nice crisp crust. So here we have our fried up arancini. Now what do we do to make it really ghoulish? I've got a little display for you. I have a smoked tomato campanata, which is literally just tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, whizzed together with some fresh basil. Tomatoes, basil, into a puree. I use a secret smoking gun, which I'm not going to show you today. I will show you another day. But if you don't have it, then just go with your fresh tomato. You can add a little garlic if you want. You can do a marinara, whatever is comfortable for you. But what I want to do is show you how we take this. I'm going to grab another little spoon because this is going to be our plate up. So a little of the tomato right into our spoon. Our arancini sets right on top of that. I've got a Parmesan garlic cream, and I'm going to make it spooky. That's a little, oh yes, you see where I'm going? Look at the spooky, right? And then, let me show you how cool you can get. Take your egg platter, do a bunch of them. It's like a spider with a lot of legs and a lot of eyes. How cool is that? Beautiful. And the nice thing is when they're on a spoon like this, they go directly into your mouth. You can either pick them up with your fingers, take a bite, or just slide the whole thing in. Creamy, zesty, that Asiago cheese and that sausage and pea. Beautiful with that tomato sauce. And the calamari. How creepy crawly is this little skewer here? I love fried calamari. I mean, I'm just a sucker for it. So when I was thinking about some of my favorite foods that just scream of being spooky, calamari has it in its actual element. It is spooky on its own. What I've created is a calamari skewer, a spooky calamari skewer. And there's a trick to this. Okay, well, we just saw how we egg wash and dip and bread the arancini. So if you're gonna make your own calamari, go out, get your calamari, and do that same procedure. If not, you can buy a frozen product as long as you find one you really like. But once it's all fried up and cooked, what do we do to make it spooky? We take our skewer, we take our rings, and we create a nice, built, balanced skewer. And at the very end, you want to take your spooky tentacle piece and spear it right at the bottom. Look at that, so spooky. Look at them together. They're really fun, right? And what do we do from there? Look at this. Boo! Look at how spooky we've created. This is all of these, and I've stuck them into a whole lemon, and I've basted in this bowl to give it a little depth. You don't even see the lemon. And then I've highlighted it with some lemon, just slices, because some people like that citrus flair. But it's all stable, so people can pull them out and have fun with them. Serve it with your gorgeous marinara sauce, with a little spooky basil, chiffonade, all kinds of things. And if you want, at Halloween time, use your volcanic black sea salt whenever possible to add a little hint of the salt and a little spooky creation. So, when your friends are having it, you've got your lemon slices, just a little squeeze, and a dip in your marinara, and they're eating some really fun, funky Halloween foods with tentacles. But it's crispy. What a delight. And it's like a favorite. We love these. So, heirloom carrots. They come in so many different colors and shapes. but they all resemble people's fingers. Do you follow me on this one? All it takes is a little almond chip, a quick little sliver off the tip with your knife, a little basic insert, and we have a fingernail. And look at what we create. All different colors of fingers. It looks like you just killed a bunch of people. How spooky. Right? And then we're going to build an entree based on these fingers. What comes next? Really creepy rice that looks like the earth with worms, like you buried somebody. Icky! I've put little baby shrimp and little baby scallops. I've sauteed them. And then you mix your black rice with your 3 colored peppers. That's your yellow, your red, and your green, and some onion. And you saute that down and you mix it all together. And what are we left with? Our muddy, wormy mixture. And where are we headed with this? What is more dramatic and delicious all at the same time than the Cornish hen? And oftentimes I'll just cook it and I'll split it for people so it's all nice and delicate, but not on Halloween. I leave it rustic and whole so you see the bones. So I'm going to build with you. We're going to take this groundbreaking, earthy, wormy rice and make a nice, ooh, get some of those shrimp. And if you need to, you can always highlight with a couple extras, just for effect. You take your full-on spatchcock, which means I opened it up, took the backbone out, and roasted it with fresh herbs so it looks all delicious, but also kind of dark and brown. And then I like a variety of fingers because I've had a lot of victims. And this is too exciting for me. Boy, I'm a little creepy and spooky this Halloween, don't you think? And so are you. Don't kid yourself. You love the direction we're going in. Imagine your friends for dinner. And once we have that finger on our plate, we go for a little of the spooky, scary rice, which is actually called hidden rice. And that, in and of itself, is a black and orange dish that everyone's going to die for. And that chicken, incredible. And the meatloaf graveyard is beyond words. Comfort food and a family classic, meatloaf and mashed potatoes. Who doesn't love it, right? And where do we take it from here on Halloween? Let me show you some tricks to this fabulous family treat. I'm going to build you a mashed potato and meatloaf graveyard. Yeah, I'm not kidding. This is going to be a little family style. So we are going to definitely put down our cloudy bed of mashed potatoes because that is going to house our tombstones. So this is going to be really cool. Make sure they're nice and creamy, but it doesn't matter if they're a little lumpy because lumpy on Halloween is definitely desirable because it adds crazy texture, and that's what we're going for. We are going for texture and beauty. And look, I have created meatloaves in the shape of tombstones. We lay them out. They're covered in ketchup, so they look kind of bloody. And if you can't shape them that way, just cut them down after they're made. And if you want to, you can kind of bury them in those mashed potatoes, like so. How incredibly Halloween is this little graveyard? Where do we go from here? Well, have taken it upon myself to carve out little sweet potato ghosts, which are incredibly unique and can decorate the mashed potatoes. And purple pumpkins. How neat is that? And literally, just take your cookie cutters. That's all you need to do, and just push them down. These are pan fried, or you can boil them and cut them. It doesn't really matter, but you want to just get really playful and creative with this, because this is just too fun. And then I've got crispy sweet potato hay, just to make it all kind of cloudy and creepy. Plus it adds that crispy texture that we're all looking for. That is a mashed potato graveyard. I know you're going to try this one at home. So I know it's a family favorite and everybody can dive right in, because that's like family style platter. Really cool. Decorate with a few peas if you want. And then I got these little cross like skewers just to decorate a little bit more. So use your accoutrements that you have around. It's Halloween time. You put everything on the plate. And the ramen Mongolian beef with Szechuan wrinkled beans and a few hidden treasures. This Halloween, I'm going to break a myth. The myth is that ramen is a high sodium flavor packet. Ramen is actually noodles. And they're funky and squiggly, and they have really, really, really great movement when they're on a plate. I have created ramen noodles with some fresh herbs, no flavor packet. This is not the soup kind. This is the actual noodles. Cooked down. If you want to cook them in a little chicken broth, go ahead, or beef broth or whatever to flavor them. Feel free. But you do not have to add a sodium packet to these guys. These are beautiful on their own, and they look like a big, hairy brain. So, I want to use my fingers and do a beautiful plate up, because what many people don't know is that you can use ramen as the starch for many fabulous dishes. We've got our bed of ramen. Now we're going to do some Mongolian beef and broccoli. Right on there. Look at this. Layered steak is so delicious, and fresh broccoli steamed up and mixed right in. We've got some scallion. This is actually quite a healthy dish, even though it's got that creepy crawly effect. And it's ramen. So you're going to throw your friends and family for a little twist at your ramen knowledge and surprise them, which we always like to do. On the side of this, one of the vegetables that when sizzled down in a hot pan is a Szechuan Chinese green bean. It's got flair, and when you cook them down in a pan with your hot oil, they wrinkle up. And I love it because on Halloween, they look like wrinkly, slimy worms. And we're going for anything earthy and creepy. Now, as much as this is a brown plate, and brown is kind of freaky on Halloween, we want to jazz it up a little, and I say we use sriracha to drizzle like blood. You can do that all over both of these if your friends are a little bit more daring. We can also decorate with some black and white sesame seeds, because that adds color and contrast, and a little sesame nuttiness without using the sesame oil, and that's always a trick. Now I want to show you just an array of really creepy ingredients, and this is just so cool because any of these are going to go on this dish, and you are not going to believe your eyes. So wait until I show you this. I want a close-up of this, because this is not a worm. This is a marinated Chinese artichoke. And I love artichokes, so it's actually a little root. Did you see that? It's not a worm at all. But if you place it on your plate, who's not going to believe that you put worms in your ramen And that's just too funny on Halloween. Then, the radish with the olive eyeball, carve it up. Make it spooky. It doesn't matter. It looks like someone's staring at you. And these are beautiful pickled Chinese baby eggplant. They're not even that acidic. They're just really cool. And these are baby leeks, so they're just onions, and they're pickled just a little bit, like everything else, and they tuck right in there. But look at how completely crazy this dish has gotten right before our eyes. And the truth is now it's got crunch and a little acidity and a little pickledness, so it's got texture and flavor that you're going to actually crave when you're eating it, as disgusting as it looks. This is cool. And who doesn't want to just grab their chopsticks and dive in? That is too fun and freaky. And it tastes delicious, which is the most important thing. This dish is incredibly classically Halloween. Your squid ink pasta with shrimp and calamari and a rustic tomato sauce that looks kind of bloody. I mean, who can go wrong with this? And if you want to make it spicy, it's Diablo, like the devil. And we got some fun going on with that. That is the most flavorful bowl of worms I've ever known. All you do is make your squid ink pasta a little al dente, saute up your shrimp and your calamari, and make your rustic tomato sauce, and at the last minute, heat it all together in a pan. The flavors will blend beautifully and nothing will be overcooked. That's the essential. Okay, so everybody knows I'm a huge fan of doing sushi at home with your friends. Get your sushi grade fish. I've shown you how simple it is with a sharp knife to carve it up yourself. Well, at Halloween, how do we get creative? Raw fish looks like monstrous skin, so all of a sudden I'm envisioning faces as I'm carving up my sushi. Watch this. Okay, so this super white or escalar, kind of like those spooky eyebrows, and then our sushi grade big eye tuna as our beautiful eyes. Make sure you have enough so your platter's nice and full, but look, kind of make them, you can cut them any shape you want. All right, let's go for the nose. Yeah, great way to tie in our lemon, because noses and lemon get highlighted in so scary ways. All right, now the mouth. Let's layer the mouth with some more of that. Oh, that big eye tuna is so bright and red, but I don't think any scary monster has nice teeth. So we take those little pieces and we create a jagged mouth. How really absolutely haunted is that? Now, what do we do with our other ingredients? Well, let's get another little eyebrow because we might want a little bit more on our platter. That's fun. How about some sushi salad for hair? Because that's kind of slimy and really fun, and it goes with all the other ingredients. Then, pickled ginger for the eyes. Let's highlight them. Let's build some really haunted eyes. Okay, what's more fun than a green eyeball with wasabi? Oh yeah, you need a little bit of spiciness anyway, so that's good. Yep, just dollop that on there, comes right on out. Ooh, hot and spicy, so fun and haunted. And this is Halloween in our sushi time. And what is this I'm putting on? Salmon roe eggs. Because what is more intimidating than fish eggs? Oh, look at that creation. I will hold it up. Don't get too scared. And if you don't want this one, you can get as creative as you want. I have created another with salmon. Oh, it's more pumpkin-y, less scary, and jack-o'-lantern-like. I love this Halloween episode. This is so fun. I hope you have learned so many tricks for your Halloween treats. And we are going to be right back with some serious Halloween spooky treats. And sugar is in the house, but I'm going to try and make it fresh too, because we don't want to overload on anything this holiday. Look at these so creepy, crawly, really wonderfully decadent, scary desserts. I am standing next to a bloody eyeball in a cake, and it's crazy. And I have eyeballs and a brain staring at me in a lot of different directions with lots of texture. Believe it or not, the brain is a watermelon, because after that, all that decadent treating we just did with all our savory dishes, we might want some fresh fruit. I've carved out some melon balls, topped them with a blueberry or a raisin or a dried cherry, and like I said, these amazing peeled grapes. They're so creepy texturally, but they're incredibly bursting with freshness in my mouth. So this is actually really desirable to eat, even though it's totally disgusting to look at. And you can cut the watermelon brain if you want, but this is too fun. Cantaloupe, honeydew, eyeballs. I'm loving it. I've also created Halloween cheesecake pops. Dipped them in different colors of chocolate, which is really festive and fun. And the fact that they're cheesecake inside makes them a total surprise treat for all your guests out there, because nobody expects cheesecake. Cookies in all varieties. I've got chocolate chips with frosted spiders. I've got sugar cookie bats, sugar cookie witch hats. Whatever shapes you have going on, use it, because they're fun. Then I've made some chocolate chip cookie dough dirt to dig them into. And that is just really cool. If you have ice cream, you can sprinkle it on the ice cream. It's just really cool. So you take your chocolate chip cookies and you bake them up, and then you mush them up and crumble them. And it's got crunch, texture, and desirability, plus a little spooky dirt. Feel like you're buried in it. It's kind of fun. And then, who doesn't, like, there's one time a year that we eat candy corn, and it is Halloween. There is really no other holiday or time that anybody craves candy corn, at least that I know of, except for Halloween. But at Halloween, it's like screaming trick-or-treating treat. That's what you want to get, because you never get it any other time of year. Well, I have taken the colors of the candy corn and made the cupcakes out of those colors, topped them with vanilla frosting, and sprinkled them with decadent of candy corn. They're chewy, gummy, overly sweet, and they're Halloween. And they're a Halloween treat. So fun. Okay, now I really want Rice Krispie treats because I love Rice Krispie treats, but I think this one came out kind of looking like meat. I'm delicious. I love Rice Krispie treats. I really do. There's something about them, like the marshmallow and the crunch, gets me going, and then when they're frosted, they have a little sugar edge. All right, I'm doing it. I'm cutting into the bloody Dracula cake. I want you all to see what's going on. Don't scream too loud at what's about to come at me, because, oh! Do you see that bloody cake? Oh my God. It is oozing. It is melting. It's like I just completely knifed it. That's amazing. This has been one of the most incredible two-part Halloween, the tricks for all the Halloween treats. I have really enjoyed this with you guys. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time at the Carnival Kitchen.